New Zealand, as this is, again, a tremendous crowd that has showed up in support of Gilas Pilipinas. Second half just about to begin here inside the Mall of Asia Arena. Who will stay undefeated in Group B action? We'll find out in the next 20 minutes of play. But if you're Gilas right now, kailangan aware ka na. You will have to be guarded against the hot start of the Tall Blacks, as we see PBA Commissioner Willie Marchal and POC President Sir Bambol Tolentino in attendance. We start the action. Gilas Pilipinas with possession. Thompson, Ramos, Soto, Fajardo, Brownlee, the 5. They wanted a quick touch for Junmar, but he was a little too deep there. Also dealing with a very tall and lanky defender, kaya hindi niya makuha yung pasa.
Similar play. Did we open the game with a post-up for Junmar? Try to do it again here in the third quarter. Oh, Brownlee falls down here, and that's going to be a foul on Harrison, I believe.
Yep.
And Coach Tim Con asking it to be reviewed for a possible unsportsmanlike foul, but I don't think the officials will do that.
Yep, we have 2 officials from Japan, 1 from Singapore. That is our crew. As Brownlee opens up a touch for Kai Soto. Elbow jumper won't work. Scotty almost got that signature rebound, but he mishandles. So it's Brown, Wardenberg, Burritt, Webster, and Harrison as the 5 for Coach Judd Flavel. And this is the first time that he's coaching the Tall Blacks, taking over from Coach Pero Cameron. That mid-range jumper, always a deadly weapon for a point guard to have. Burritt takes care of it.
And again, they're going to do that pick and roll against Junmar Fajardo. That's what they did as a point of attack in the first half.
Soto hands it off to Scotty. Thompson goes baseline. Brownlee attacks but loses control of that basketball. Another stop here for New Zealand.
So now we've opened the first 3 quarters a bit sloppily.
Pero para kay Coach Tim, as long as it's not 8-0 like the first 2, it might be a victory here. Oh, Webster almost being able to put up another 3-point shot. Webster pull-up jumper is money still.
That's 2 pull-up jumpers on the pick and roll, and Coach Tim Cone asking Junmar to pick up higher.
That will be another almost turnover, but luckily for Junmar Fajardo, it was a defender. It was Webster who touched it last.
Here's that last play. Look at that. Too much space being given Webster.
Dropping too deep was Junmar. And especially when you know the problem is outside shooting. Brown has done a masterful job of slowing down Justin Brownlee, but the help coming from Wardenberg is going to result to a foul call.
They're going to put their best defenders here on the floor here on Brownlee. First it was Brown, and then it was Harris.
"14 seconds on the shot clock for Gilas Pilipinas. Still looking for the first basket of this third quarter. Junmar really wants to get a touch. Ramos lets it fly from downtown, and it's good for 3.
That's an important shot there from Dwight Ramos. If you give him space, we all know that Dwight is capable of making those threes.
Burritt again using that ball screen. Ramos comes in over to help, but he was just a tad late, resulting to a personal foul.
And we see there the first adjustment coming from Tim Cone. It was Dwight Ramos who helped in that ball screen.
Not in the act of shooting, so it will be a baseline throw-in for Burritt and the Tall Blacks. Webster off the curl, still smoking hot from deep.
And when Webster is being followed, there must be somebody to help out Dwight Ramos in that curl, because that will really give him an open look.
18 points in the ball game to lead all scorers. That is a tough entry pass. Big to big. Luckily, it is tapped out by the defense of New Zealand.
Here's that last play right there. Quick release coming from Webster. And Dwight Ramos just a little bit late for that challenge.
As good a defender he
Yes.
is, that is so difficult. As Kai Soto misses from deep. Tip in won't work as well. One more try perhaps for Gilas. Dwight sends it to the wrong man. Cross-court pass, Britt open. In and out on the triple. Active defense coming from the Tall Blacks, running back. As Scotty will be the inbounder here. Calling for a zipper screen to open up perhaps Justin Brownlee. There it is. Junmar there to provide it to him. JB. Ball screen, they trap it. Kai reads it well. Junmar down low, and he converts.
And we've done well in attacking that trap on Justin Brownlee in the ball screens.
And that will be a turnover against the Tall Blacks again. The IQ of Kai Soto is in full display with the offense of Coach Tim Cone.
Absolutely. He is finding the open man here every time he receives that ball from the ball screen.
52-50, a 2-point lead for the Tall Blacks. Brownlee lost his footing. Play save. Dwight for the lead. Can't knock it down. Kai Soto's second effort is good.
We dominated the rebounding department in the first half, and we need to do that again here in the second half.
6 minutes, 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Tied ball game once again, 52 apiece. Webster off another curl, pull-up jumper is still good.
This is just impeccable shooting from Webster. Now the question here, how long can Tim Cone do this with the way they're attacking the defense of Junmar?
Brownlee, counter-attack, push shot, no. But that caroms right to Kai Soto, could not convert though. They wanted to go to a high-low instead. They will choose Webster. That pass tapped out by the active hands of Scotty Thompson. Rebounding battle won by Kai Soto. Towering over the Tall Blacks right there. But again, Webster, unstoppable. He is on fire to lead all scorers.
On drop coverage, Webster now has made 2 pull-ups here in the third quarter. Coach Tim adjusts here and puts in Chris Newsom.
Yep.
Smaller lineup, but better perimeter defenders.
And it forces a stop. That one last touch by Wardenberg. As Gilas will get another opportunity to either tie or retake the lead.
New Zealand's showing some full court pressure here.
They have too many players on the floor, but they will be allowed to step out, not paying for it with a technical foul. Everyone wanted it.
Everyone in this arena knew they had 6 players on the floor.
Nagsumbong ang buong MOA. Pero pinalampas.
The ball was not in play yet.
Brownlee with the attack. Lefty layup is good. (54-54). Botanovic. Oh, a blocking foul will be called against Gilas.
Here's this nice drive-in play by Brownlee. He knows he has the advantage. He is faster and more athletic than Vodanovic.
The legs got entangled. Yeah, maybe there's a case for blocking foul against Newsom as he sent it over to Miss Bea Escudero. Bea?
Carlo and Coach Mark, according to Coach Richard Del Rosario, after the PBA Governors Cup Finals ended, our Gita squad did not head into their training camp right away. And the reason being is to give an enough time for players to recover their bodies after a grueling conference. Well, according to him, that break truly did wonders for Justin Brownlee. Coach Richard expressed that physically, Justin is feeling a lot better and has been looking forward to this matchup. As he put it, Justin is truly a Filipino. He is excited to represent the country, and we can expect to see a motivated Justin against New Zealand. And the same goes for every other player on the floor. It's all about having their best foot forward in front of their passionate fans. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you for that report, Bea. As the hits just keep on coming, the ebb and flow of this ball game. A three-point shot from New Zealand, a counter coming from Newsom. It's a one-point lead for the Tall Blacks. Brown to Wardenberg. He has slowed down considerably here in the second half. Wardenberg, a tough look over Kai Soto. We called him, and he sank a three.
And there's nothing Kai can do with that shot coming from Wardenberg. That was defended very well by Kai Soto.
4-point advantage now for New Zealand. Soto wants it back, working on the post-up. Soto, tough jumper, that's well short. Thompson saves it, and Newsom converts.
And those are the little things that Scotty Thompson will give any team.
Coach Judd Flavel trying to challenge, but there was no call. There was nothing to challenge. As Newsom scores back-to-back hits inside. Vodanovic, 3 threes. That one blocked by Brownlee, and then another block from Soto.
Now Wardenberg knows that he just needs to shoot from the outside. Wag na siyang pumunta inside the paint against Kai.
Thompson for the lead.
Yeah.
It's there.
Scotty Thompson, like what he did in the second quarter. Again, fueling this run coming from Gilas. Look at this. A lot of players will give up already on this play, but not Scotty. And he gets credit those 2 points of Newsom to Scotty. And then the open three to give Gilas the lead.
61-60 is the count now. New Zealand calls a timeout.
Offensively, we fucking just, I don't know what happens down there. Just go through the motions. Give it to somebody who's trying to make a fucking shot. We've got to be a lot cleaner and more purposeful when they attacks. Alright? This is just an interchange. Right? We're trying to score. With this group right here. Just got a fist rip right now. He doesn't pop. Don't get hit. Like, he doesn't rip, sorry. Okay? Fist rip. Fist rip. Okay? You're cutting the pop. Cutting the pop. Regular fist rip. Yeah. Good? Yep, good. All comes back to the one. Here. Myron's cutting the pop. Am I not going to the middle? Alright, let's go. Alright, stuff to do. Eyes on. Stop it.
Senator Francis Tolentino in attendance, joining the thousands and thousands inside the Mall of Asia Arena. And we thank you for joining us on RPTV, One Sports Plus, and Pilipinas Live. Carlo Pamintuan, Coach Mark Molina on the call as we resume the action with 3 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
It's been very familiar. All 3 quarters, New Zealand grabbing a lead, but Philippines coming right back.
A miss coming from Wardenberg, but Coach Tincone can't be happy with the look
It was an
that
open look.
the defense allowed there. Gilas dodging a bullet. Hand off to JB, pocket pass, Soto regains possession, and he converts with a foul.
Earlier on, we saw Kai Soto posting up. I don't think that's his strength on the offensive end, but he has been tremendous as a role guy in the pick and roll partnership with Justin Brownlee, and this will be the bread and butter play of Gilas Pilipinas moving forward. Kai Soto, even though he missed, he's got too much size and length for that putback, and Kai Soto making the right decisions every time he gets the ball from that pick and roll play with Justin Brownlee.
Gilas Pilipinas fans trying to will a permanent momentum shift as Kai Soto completes the N1. Pero yung lamang ng Gilas, coach, hanggang ganito lang,
Yep.
hanggang 4 na puntos. Let's see if they can keep it going here. Another good pass, Harris for 3. That will not work. So at some point, the Tall Blacks might miss a couple of shots from downtown.
Well, they shot 50% in that first half. So even if it goes down a bit to,
To 40?
40, okay na sa atin yan.
64-60. Can Gilas establish their biggest lead of the ball game right here, right now? Soto of the handoff. And now a post up for Kai. Working against Wardenberg. Kai Soto banging, spinning. Soto overpowers Wardenberg.
I take it back. You can also give the ball to Kai Soto to go one-on-one in the low post.
Kai is cooking now. 66-60. Who will respond for New Zealand? Wardenberg, the pass tap, stolen. Forward pass. Brownlee ahead. And he's gone.
This has been the best stretch of defense that we've seen for Gilas in this game.
68-60. New Zealand needs a basket right now. Cameron against Brownlee. Webster, can he deliver another back bucket? The pass inside is tapped and stolen. Scotty slowing it down a little bit. They will set up a play here. Newsom has it. Too many defenders there. Kai Soto posting up. Soto against Harris. That will be a blocking foul against the smaller Harris.
Fourth team foul for New Zealand. Here's that last play. Kai using his strength and his length to make that basket. And then we're getting the defensive stops.
Yep.
That's the important thing here in the last 3 minutes of this game, and that's why we've built this 8-point lead.
Bit of a breather for the mainstays. Scotty Thompson, Justin Brownlee. Oh, get a quick break here. Dwight Ramos will, however, stay on the floor. 14 seconds on the shot clock for Gilas Pilipinas.
They have to put in Harrison back in this game because of their problems matching up with Kai Soto.
Ramos misses. Newsom is there. Double-digit lead for Gilas Pilipinas, 70-60. Moa Arena wants another stop. Newsom all over Webster. It is too close for comfort, says our referee, as he calls a foul, the third team foul for Gilas.
Gilas not yet over the limit. Now I like the substitution. Give Kai Soto a little bit of a breather here towards the end of the third quarter, and then you put Japet in.
That will also be the fourth personal foul of Chris Newsom, so he'll have to be very, very careful here, especially going up against Webster. That will be a foul again.
I think a foul on Tamayo.
I thought it was a 3-second violation.
Maybe even traveling.
Again, Gilas not yet in penalty.
But now you can
Now they
see
will be.
the New Zealand offense a little bit out of their comfort zone now. Their composure a bit rattled.
Good help defense coming from CJ. And they force the stop. Again, off the curl, the initial defender was lost. Perez knew exactly what to do to cover Webster.
We have made the adjustment in defending the perimeter. Can New Zealand counter and maybe attack inside? So far, we have not seen that from the Tall Blacks.
Final 3 possessions here in the third quarter. Thompson back in the ball game for the foul play, Chris Newsom. Hand off to Ramos. Japet also seeing his first action. Tamayo scores inside!
What a great look coming from Dwight Ramos.
Webster kicks it out. New Zealand doing their best to recover. Britt has it on the switch. Britt goes to the corner. Harris attacks. Kicks it out. Leafa, the long three. Won't work. Extra possession, the Webster converts another three.
That's a huge shot there. New Zealand needed that very badly.
Last shot time for Gilas Pilipinas. New Zealand is in penalty. Tamayo goes on the move. And that ball tapped and stolen at the buzzer. So after 3 quarters, after 30 minutes, it is the Philippines up 72-63 against New Zealand as we head to the 4th and final quarter of action. Big time turnaround from Gilas Pilipinas in the 3rd quarter. From a 45-45 deadlock, they head into the final period holding a 9-point lead. It was up to 12 points, but a late 3 coming from Webster, who continues to wax out and lead all scorers with 23, allows New Zealand to at least not be down double digits.
But a big run for us, and I think that was fueled by our defense.
Yeah.
When Chris Newsom came in, and we had practically 4 perimeter players playing with Kai Soto, I thought that was the best matchup that we had to defend the outside shot, the 3-point shooting of New Zealand. And that's what we did. We were able to get our stops, and then we played well offensively the entire game. And that's why we have this 9-point lead.
But when it comes to Coach Tim Cone, it is defense first and foremost. He says that the triangle system and the adjustments, the other systems that he runs, he does it because it allows him and his team to play the level of defense they need to be successful. And we saw a lot of that in the 3rd quarter. We begin the 4th period. 10 minutes of action. Who stays undefeated in Group B? This is the 2nd window of your FIBA Asia Cup 2025 qualifiers. Webster misses, and the rebound is picked up by Thompson. Scotty has been in command of the offense. What a re-addition he is to Gilas Pilipinas after missing out on the OQT. JB posting up against Brown and then facing up. Brownlee, the top jumper won't work. Rebound picked up by Junmar. Scotty down low, but he lost it. Tamayo saves the possession, kicks it out to CJ. Perez will have to work here. Another 3 on the way. Not this time. Oh, that pass scooped up. Brownlee is ahead. JB on the move. He was fouled, and he will take 2.
Webster turning that ball over there, and Justin Brownlee taking advantage. Not a lot of turnovers for New Zealand in this game. And here's Justin Brownlee. Nothing Colin Webster can do about this but to just foul Justin.
JB on the line now for 2 free throws. Justin with 15 points in the contest. Again, he is the naturalized player, but he does not demand that basketball. He plays within the system, as always.
Nobody knows the system better than Justin Brownlee. He has been playing this triangle offense and everything Coach Tim Cone does the last, 10 years already for Barangay Ginebra.
74-63. Back to a double-digit lead now. Wardenberg goes inside. Foul is called against Tamayo. As Coach Tim Cohn says, just stay vertical next time because, you know, there was enough help.
You have to trust the help. Junmar is there. And if you're Carl Tamayo, no need to go for that block because you have help on your side with Junmar Fajardo. This guy has been a thorn on our sides the whole evening, Wardenberg.
And they will have to continue to rely on that three-point shot because the inside points never really worked out for them here in this game. As Carl Tamayo exits, in comes Dwight Ramos.
That's something New Zealand needs to do here in the fourth quarter if they're going to make a comeback. They have to score inside. They can go outside in, but because the Philippines, we are playing much better perimeter defense here in the second half.
So back down to a 9-point advantage for Gilas Pilipinas. Thompson, they're dropping off of him, almost daring him to take a shot from the outside. Thompson, a little bit strong on that one, but he has made a couple of threes already.
Foul be called on CJ Perez. Only the first.
Yep. Coach Tim Cohn imploring him to be a little more disciplined than that. You do not want to go into the penalty early because that will fall into the favor of the team that is catching up. Brown wanting to go inside. Wardenberg with a big advantage in height. Britt now on the attack. Kick out pass to Webster. Tremendous look, and that will be a foul against Scotty Thompson.
And Scotty saying that he was pulled by Webster, and you cannot challenge a foul in FIBA competitions. Or you can.
You can't.
You cannot, right? You cannot challenge a foul.
Scotty a little too close for comfort there. Again, it is about defensive discipline. You know, all of the stops that Gilas Pilipinas got in the third quarter were not risky stops. You know, they stayed disciplined. They stayed in there. As you take another look at this three-point shot. Ooh, might be a case there for Scotty.
Yeah.
Sabihin na lang natin na veterano siya. Nitong si Webster, a smart operator knowing how to attract the attention of the referees.
I thought Scotty was a bit too close for comfort.
Yeah.
And this is not what we want to do. Last two possessions, we're giving up free throws to New Zealand.
And that allows them to freeze the time.
Yep.
Have more than enough to turn things around as they're now down by 7 points. Perez, oh, that pass is too tight. As it results to another turnover. Substitution here as Kai Soto checks back in for Junmar Fajardo.
And so far, New Zealand, they don't have an answer for Kai Soto. 15 points in the game.
Britt handling. Wardenberg has it now. Hand off to Brown. Back to Britt. Webster against Thompson. Good steal coming from CJ. Thompson does not want to rush it. They will set up a play instead. Brownlee. Oh, Thompson sees a driving lane. A sorry miss on the layup for Scotty. Britt on the attack. Behind the back pass in a slam dunk. Will force this timeout coming from Coach Tim Cohn. Tyrell Harrison will inch his squad closer, only down by 4. Britt with a wraparound behind the back pass. And we have a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Timeout, Gilas Pilipinas. They're up 74-69.
got to get back. It's that time of the game. That time of the game. All right? All right. We're going to do a dribble handoff. So Scotty, dribble handoff to Jeff. Kai, you come back here. You guys go on the single high. If they switch,
Watch the
run
show.
through. All right?
Short roll.
Get into that short roll, and then get the shooters on the side. All right? Let's go, Blue.
Well, New Zealand just made a statement. If you want to beat us for the first time, you'll have to take it away from us. It will not come easy. As we take a look at the numbers of Kai Soto, 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists.
The 7 assists, and I'm very impressed with the decision-making here coming from Kai Soto.
This feels like a must-score possession for Gilas Pilipinas, as it has been. The Tall Blacks gaining momentum as of late here in the fourth quarter. That's an end one for JB.
And JB practically telling New Zealand, you're not going to trap me now, then I'm going to go straight to the basket for this easy layup. So New Zealand fails to trap him because they're also concerned about what Kai Soto will do.
As a passer even,
Yep.
you can see E.D. Sanibarios, Mr. Ricky Vargas, PBA chairman, and SBP vice president in attendance. JB delivers the end one.
And that's the play that so far New Zealand has no answer. The Justin Brownlee Kai Soto pick and roll.
Good pass to the corner. Brown is open, and he sinks it from deep.
This guy doesn't shoot much, but he's a shooter as well.
Coach, here inside MOA, everyone is a shooter from New Zealand. It just feels like it right now as the lead is back down to just 5 for Gilas. Dwight Ramos on the ball screen with Kai. Ramos. Turnaround move, short jumper won't work. Don't mind that shot. Good look coming from Dwight, just did not fall. Britt on the push. Layup, could not get the English. Ramos ahead, locked up, fouled, he'll take 2.
And I like that. Scotty Thompson with the forward pass to Dwight. Because we know that Dwight can create from in the open court.
So both teams now with only 1 foul to give the rest of the way. We still have 6 minutes and 11 seconds to play. The first 3 quarters flew right by us, but the fourth will be a grind as expected between these two undefeated Group B teams.
New Zealand going a bit small now. They go to the veteran and Vodanovic. Allison not in the game. Could this be the point where we go back into Kai Soto? He dominated earlier in the third.
That's a miss on the second free throw. Coming from Dwight. It's still enough to push the lead up to 6 points for Gilas. Webster, a marked man. Off the spin. Well defended by Scotty. Britt trying to look for his own offense, and he gets that one over Dwight.
Strong move there coming from Britt. And this is down to a 4-point game. Let's go back to JB. And this is the JB Kai pick and roll again.
Kai Soto has it on the elbow. Left open, and he converts. Seventeen points for Kai. Hand off to Webster. And the counter is there from Vodanovic. It's been a war here in the fourth quarter in a 4-point Gilas game.
And New Zealand's not going away.
That's another foul drawn by Brownlee, and they will be shooting free throws from here on out. That is big for them. As Kai Soto converts on that face-up jumper, and then the response, pocket pass presented by Webster, layup converted by Vodanovic. Baseline out of bounds action. They go to Brownlee against Brown. Halfway mark now of the fourth quarter. JB draws a double team. Looking for openings. Scotty goes inside. A tough shot. Won't work. Rebound picked up by Webster, and they're on the run.
You gotta get back.
Webster to Britt. Goes on the attack. Bogdanovic moves inside. Denied by Brownlee.
Good job by Kai Soto.
Soto
Keeping
on
step.
back.
Oh!
And slamming it home.
Bogdanovic fell. It was a 5-on-4 advantage for the Philippines, and Kai with the big dunk.
Moa Arena asking for a stop. That's a foul. Too close again is Scotty, as both teams will now be in the penalty.
Pang-apat na rin natin yan. I like this move coming from Coach Tim Cone. And then Bogdanovic down on the floor, so nobody defending Kai Soto, and Scotty Thompson finds him for that jam. This was the lineup that made the run in the third quarter.
Newsome is back, but with 4 personal fouls. Webster on the move to the corner. Britt for 3. It's there.
Cannot leave them open for threes.
Tall Blacks just chipping away at the lead of Gilas Pilipinas. It's now down to 3 from a high of 12. JB goes to Newsome. No to Kai. They swing it. 3-point counter from Scotty. Oh, Brownlee was fouled. Basket will not count, but he will take 2 free throws.
New Zealand over the limit. The foul was on the rebound play. Alert move there coming from Brownlee. Looking at this 3-point shot from Britt. What a fourth quarter for him.
Yep. He was completely fine with everyone else getting the shine in the first 3 quarters. But point guards, they know when they are needed the most.
Yep. They know when to shoot.
First free throw for Brownlee. Gets the friendly roll. Enough for a 2-possession advantage with 3 minutes and 40 remaining.
21 points now in the game for Justin Brownlee.
Secures both and extends the Gilas lead back up to 5. Bogdanovic to Britt. Britt attacks inside.
That was blocked.
Partially blocked by Soto. And now a chance to extend this 5-point lead. Oh, a smaller defender on Brownlee and Britt. They're trying to get the ball to him. Brownlee receives. JB being hounded by Britt. 4 in the shot clock. Double team comes. Thompson denied. 3 minutes remaining here in this ball game. Webster to Wardenberg. They swing it to Britt. Britt to Bogdanovic for 3. It's good!
Britt, he saw Kai Soto, so he wisely kicks the ball out there to Bogdanovic. It's down to a 2-point lead here for Gilas.
84 to 82, 2.5 remaining in this epic matchup. Newsome, that's his spot. Jumper short, rebound picked up by Dwight.
That's a foul. That's going to be a foul in New Zealand, so Dwight will take 2. Offensive rebounding has been huge here for Gilas. That's another wide open look there from Bogdanovic.
Pressure pack free throws here for Dwight Ramos to give Gilas Pilipinas a bit of breathing room. The first one is good. Two clean free throws from Dwight Ramos. Gilas up by 4. Webster against Thompson. Hook pass to Wardenberg. Attacks the defense of Kai. Short stabs is money for Wardenberg.
What a player. He stretches the floor, forces Kai Soto to go outside to challenge his shot, and then he makes that pull-up.
Ball screen action. Brownlee asking for it against Webster. 7 seconds to work with. JB banging, turning, layup. Won't work, but he was fouled.
And Coach Tim Cone trying to get a possible goaltending violation. There's that foul on Webster. So we're taking advantage of mismatches here. Smaller players guarding Justin Brownlee.
2 free throws from JB. Another 2 coming from Dwight Ramos. And now let's see if Brownlee can take care of this trip to the free throw line. Double-double for JB. First free throw good. As you're taking a look at the bench of Gilas Pilipinas, Program Director and Team Manager Al Francis Chua. Again, newly installed alongside Gilas Youth Head Coach L.A. Tenorio. Completing the cast is FEU Head Coach Sean Chambers, Coach Richard Del Rosario, Coach Josh Reyes. 2 free throws completed by Brownlee.
And we are making our free throws. And that's important because New Zealand is over the limit.
4-point game. Webster. Tough look. No good. Rebound Kai.
That's what Chris Newsom does for you. Great contest coming from Chris Newsom.
The referee motioned for a review on that last out-of-bounds play.
Unofficial review of the last.
Because there was a clear touch from the Tall Blacks.
All players may proceed to their respective benches.
But they want to find out if it was tapped by Scotty Thompson before it went out of bounds.
Crucial review here to determine who will get the possession. But before that, what great defense coming from Chris Newsom.
With 4 fouls in all.
Yep.
I mean, you see the additional value of Chris Newsom added to him by the return of Scotty Thompson. Again, Coach Tim Cone said it perfectly. The entry of Scotty allows everyone to focus on their roles because Scotty is there to plug in the holes.
They're going to fit in the right places now. Dwight doesn't need to carry the ball too much. Same with Justin Brownlee because Scotty is there. Chris doesn't have to start.
So it was initially tapped by Wardenberg, touched by Thompson.
Oh, that was touched by Wardenberg, I think.
On the way out,
Yep.
just a tiny bit.
Yes.
Yep, and it is confirmed.
After the review, ball possession to the Philippines.
But you felt that the entire Mo Arena was on pins and needles for that entire review.
Huge possession here. I think
21 seconds on the shot clock.
Coach Tim Cone goes to the Justin Brownlee, Kai Soto high screen and roll in this play.
But they have to note that shot clock is at 21. They'll have to rush down court and avoid that 8-second violation. Newsom needs to be a little bit quicker. He gets there. Newsom, hand off to JB. Brownlee, locked up by Britt. That's a jump ball. Great timing on the
Possession to
guard.
Gilas. The arrow is with Gilas, so we will retain possession, but only 6.1 seconds left in the shot clock.
Pointing to the Philippines.
That was because the fourth quarter started with the Tall Blacks having possession. As Coach Tim Cone sees it fit to call a timeout at this stage of the ball game. It is 88-84. A 4-point advantage for Gilas Pilipinas. They have possession with 6.1 remaining on the shot clock when we come back.
Listen! Hey, we might switch this. So Justin is popping out. Justin right here. Kai, on that screen, if Brown switch, Scotty, take the ball out. Dwight and Chris. If Justin skis here, hold your spot. Don't go towards Kai. Kai, one hard move. If they switch, take a look. Take a real hard look. And Justin is going. You can slip this. If it's not there, it's Kai keeps on posting up. One more screen there. If they switch, Dwight, look to slip it. Look to slip. Come on. 6 seconds. 6 seconds. Play from there, bro. Play from there. I only got 6 seconds. 6 seconds.
6.1 to work with. Brownlee with 24 and 10. Webster with 25. What play did Coach Tim Cone throw up? Let's witness it together. Right now, Scotty Thompson will be the designated inbounder.
You gotta keep an eye on Kai Soto here if you're New Zealand.
Newsom has it. Newsom launches! And
That was the play. Wow. Chris Newsom for 3.
would you believe it? The PBA draft batchmates who have battled so many times in the past connect for a big-time 3-point shot to extend this lead to 7 points for Gilas Pilipinas.
I thought Chris Newsom changed the game with his defense when he entered midway in the third quarter. As you look at Scotty and Chris Newsom, the backcourt mates, and then Chris making the biggest 2 plays the last 2 possessions. First, the contest on Webster, and then a big 3.
Yes, you learn a lot about the character of a player if your teammates with him. What drives him, how he is built, what powers him. But you can also learn a lot going on the other side.
Absolutely.
Scotty Thompson has watched Chris Newsom try and
For
fail,
sure.
try and fail, up until he hit that monumental shot against the San Miguel Beermen to win the first championship for the Meralco Bolts. And now he might have just made the biggest shot of this game.
Definitely the biggest shot of this game. He missed 2 possessions ago. He missed a 10-footer. But Coach Tim trusts Chris Newsom, gets him the ball. He was open for that shot, and he made that big 3.
91-84. That is a 3-possession advantage for Gilas Pilipinas. 69 seconds remaining. 14 on the shot clock for the Tall Blacks. Burnett has it. Webster can't get it. Newsom overhead. And that is last touch by the defense of New Zealand. Gilas with a stop. Newsom escape pass to Brownlee.
And once again, it was Chris Newsom making that big play.
JB with it. Brownlee against Brown. Newsom, the kill shot! Won't work!
Scotty!
Thompson, no! One more opportunity here for the Tall Blacks. Brown for 3. That will not work. Put back is good for Vodanovic.
Just don't turn the ball over. You're going to get fouled here.
Brownlee with it. Bumped by Vodanovic, and he will take 2.
And you know JB will not panic in any kind of situation. He draws the foul and he will go to the line. What about Chris Newsom?
But I have another question for you, Coach. How did Scotty Thompson even get there? Almost scoring an epic putback.
Well, we have seen that time and time again from Scotty. And this backcourt, Scotty and Chris Newsom, they don't have to score, but they will do so many things that leads to winning games and winning championships.
Couple of players not seeing action, but definitely just as helpful. Mason Amos and Kevin Kiambao. For Coach Tim Cohn, the second free throw is another miss. But it remains to be a two-possession advantage. Britt will have to push. They're looking for Vodanovic. Three-point shot is there. They will not go down without a fight. Gilas goes to Brownlee, milking the clock. Fouls given up. He just missed two. He needs to deliver on these next two.
And on the dribble handoff, Vodanovic hits a big three. Both teams with one timeout each.
JP on an island. The first free throw. He knocks it down.
JB makes sure this time important free throws to make this a two-possession game. It's by no means over even if JB makes this. But he can make it a 4-point game.
Second free throw for Brownlee. It's good. New Zealand will call their final timeout.
Timeout, New Zealand.
You're going to expect a play for a three-point shot here for sure. And for sure, Gilas will switch all screens in a situation like this.
93 to 89. Those two free throws monumental. At least there's no chance for New Zealand to tie with only one possession. So if you're Gilas Pilipinas, you have to stay disciplined on defense. You cannot foul jump shooters.
But the very first thing here, it has to be an aggressive switch on all screens. And you have to challenge the three-point shot without fouling. That's the most important thing.
Give up a two if you have to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Webster and Vodanovic combined for 10 three-point conversions. Wardenberg adds 3, but it is Gilas that is ahead by 4.
If New Zealand puts the ball on the floor, no help. Do not leave anybody open. You can give him a layup.
One last stop. That is all that Gilas Pilipinas needs to finally secure a win over the New Zealand Tall Blacks. 4 times. They've tried 4 times. They've failed. And the first one was here, actually, in the OQT for the 2016 Rio Olympics. Will this be the night that Gilas finally gets over the hump and win against the Tall Blacks? Here we go, 11.1 seconds remaining. 5 players on the floor have all made threes for Coach Judd Flavel. Hand off to Britt, they switch. They will go inside, denied by Kai! Brownlee with it! Brownlee dribbles off the time. Gilas Pilipinas will defeat New Zealand for the first time!
Kai Soto with the big block to seal this victory for Gilas Pilipinas. First time in FIBA competitions for the Philippines to beat New Zealand.
Coach Tim Cohn said, I think this team can do it. I think we have a chance. And he's proven right by his players. They win this one 93 to 89.
And everybody here at the Mall of Asia Arena believed that we can beat this New Zealand team.
Boy, what an effort, top to bottom. Everyone who saw action chipped in positively. From the bench, Calvin Oftana, CJ Perez, Japet Aguilar seeing action for a couple of seconds.
Carl Tamayo.
But the main guns, Scotty Thompson, Chris Newsom, Justin Brownlee, and of course, Kai Soto with an epic performance. I think top to bottom, this is Kai Soto's best game wearing a Gilas Pilipinas jersey.
Absolutely, because he did this with what the team is considered the second best team here in FIBA Asia in the New Zealand Tall Blacks. This is very, very good competition, and Kai Soto delivered at the biggest stage, showing that he will dominate Asian basketball in the next decade.
The appreciative Gilas Pilipinas fans showering their team with love right now, as they should. They worked hard for it, and they delivered a breakthrough, an epic victory against the Tall Blacks. The numbers, Coach.
58% from 2 points here.